my father to work harder and stop being a leech on me. I'm the first son of my parents. I grew up sharing home responsibilities with them from a young age. I know many firstborns can relate. I had to grow up very quickly because things were hard at home and I knew no one was coming to save me. So I had to be the change I wanted to see in my family. I got my first job at 13 years while my age mates were still riding bicycles around the neighborhood after school. I didn't get to do many things my mates were doing growing up. In fact, I was 22 before I got to kiss and hold hands with a woman. By age 21, I was already making six figures due to the years of self-building and hard work I had put into my life and career. I got my family a house by 22, and the first car I bought was a Sienna for the whole family to use. I have always been family-oriented, and every decision I made with them in mind. At this point, I had become a sole provider of the family, and so I began setting up everyone so they could fend for themselves. I had done a part-time course in computer science, but I made sure my siblings went to school properly. Mom and dad had a dry cleaning business, which I invested heavily in, and then focused on my life. In 2017, I met my wife of today. She hated me with passion because of the altercation I had with her sister, who worked for me. I was in my office when the lady barged in with my PA behind her, trying to hold her back. She came to my table and started hurling insults at me. I was taken aback on what the issue was till she mentioned her younger sister's name and called me an arrogant bastard who thought he could treat people anyhow because he was rich. She finished me, gave me the middle finger and stormed off after quitting on her sister's behalf. My PA was apologizing to me about what just happened while I sat still, in awe of this beauty of a woman that just finished serenading me with insults. I got the home address to apologize. After I apologized, we settled things in their family's parlor, and then their parents assured me she would return to work. All the while, I was receiving a death stare from Edith across the room. That's the sister that came to his office to harass him. She hissed and walked out of the sitting room after her sister had said she held nothing against me. To err is human, to forgive is divine. But her name was Helen, not Divine. The woman held grudge against me for 2 months, but finally she came around. I was used to women trying to act nice and impress me, but Edith was the definition of that one now for your pockets. She was very bold and didn't hesitate to put me in my place without a care. I know some people might find this as a red flag, but it was what drew me the most to her. I fell in love hard and soon she did too. We started dating in 2017 and got married in 2022. She gets along with my family and things have been great in 2023 until my parents fell a victim into scam. They had sold both their cars and coupled with their savings, invested in Ponzi scheme that ended up being a scam. I was so angry that he did something like this without informing me because I could have helped them know it was a scam. It took a while, but they were able to get back on their feet to some extent. I helped them out with half of the money to purchase a new car. My wife gave birth to twins in November this year, and I was overjoyed. I had promised to get her a new car as a push present, and so this month I sold her old car and got her a new one and an iPhone 15 Pro Max as a Christmas push present. She was so happy and her reaction was too sweet. We posted it on our WhatsApp status and everyone was congratulating us. He informed me of his plans to get his car as a New Year gift. That's his dad. I told him it was a good idea, that he should let me know how it goes. I was about to hang up when he asked me to wait. He said the money wasn't complete, that he would need my help to complete it. I told him I was low on funds right now, after the purchase of my wife's car, but I could try to help out a bit. I asked him how much he had at hand and how much he needed to complete it. I kid you not, he said he intended buying a car that was 6.5 million naira, but he had 2 million naira at the moment. I responded that was a lot and I asked if he could go for something cheaper. He said that was her dream car and she wouldn't want anything else. Yes, there was a typo in this, so I think the father had asked him that he wants to buy his wife a car, that's the mother to the boy, and let's continue. I told him he would have to buy her something cheaper and within the coming year would change it to something that she wants. For now, my father was quiet for a while and said, you can buy a car of 10 million plus for your wife, but you can't do the same for your mother, and hung up. I called back to set him straight that 60% of the money had come from the sale of our old car and told him it was weird that he was making his research on the cost of my wife's car. This man got angry and started calling me a woman rapper and talking about how my wife had bewitched me and now I no longer want to take care of my family. My head spun around because this was the same man I sent 1.2 million naira this month for their Christmas expense. He said I was a fool for spending so much on a woman that could decide to leave me today while neglecting the one who has been there for me since day one. I asked in anger if my mom was planning to leave him, which was why he was unwilling to spend the 6.5 million naira for her car. I told him everyone should focus on their wives they married and let peace reign. All hell broke loose after this and we began arguing. The insults got so bad and this was where I think I crossed the line. I informed him that it was out of their greed that they were in that predicament. I told him to be a man, work harder to provide for your family, and stop being a leech. Then I hung up. My mom dropped a voice note on WhatsApp, crying and telling me my father told her everything. She blocked me afterwards. I haven't been able to reach them since. I live in Lagos while they live in Delta State. I have called severally and they refuse to pick. Please, what should I do? What would you advise this man to do? We have a first son in the house here. Drop your opinion in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like and share, and feel free to come into my DM to send in your messages. I will let you know when I post them. Thank you.